Okay, just a little tete-a-tete for a moment. I had tried earlier when I took my grandson to work. I was going to do a daily, like I've been trying to do, and I forgot my phone. So came back and been busy, got busy, etc., etc. But I've had a lot on my mind, and you know, I originally started doing this because of my family, and it's a way to preserve. You know, didn't have all this kind of technology when I was growing up. It's always amazed me to be able to go on YouTube and see people that are all over the world. Before YouTube was monetized, it had a lot more to offer. The algorithm wasn't so restricted. It was there was this one train that used to go through like the uh, Carpathian Mountains, and it was going through like in the wintertime, and it'd go all over the place. And it was a uh, site, or I'm not trying to think of the word. It was 24/7, and you could just click on, and you're with like the train going through the mountains kind of thing. And then there's some that I have followed. I'm still following them, trying to um, you have to bear with me on some of these pronunciations because I'll read. I have a real bad habit since I was a kid, and it kind of kicked me in the butt when I became an adult that I'll pronounce something like it was back. I never did ask, like foyer, Foyer. It's really foyer. It's no different than people today saying bougie. It's actually bourgeois. I love French. I kill it all the time, but I love it. So back to what I was saying. When time and technology's changed, and when you could start Zoom, or you could talk to people from afar. Now I have uh, one family member left, older than me, that I've talked about in New Mexico, and they have a landline, and and it's no longer they, it's she, because my uncle passed in October, and it's in New Mexico. It's a pretty good little, kind of a artsy fartsy city. But it's been a week since her phone's been up, and I've told her many, many times, I'm getting you like a, you know, uh, trash phone or something that just enough is on there to when we call, I call, whatever. So I just wanted to touch base about something because I haven't had a chance, and uh, or if I get that moment, something interrupts it. I have mentioned and I had put in a video about the loss of my mother in law. And what I haven't had a chance to say is my father in law, they were married 64 years, be 65 in, gosh, next week. Um, and he had uh, issues in the beginning of January, like pneumonia, and he got over that. He's in his late 70s, was. So, 29 days after she had passed away, he also died. He was at my sister in law's home, had fell asleep on the recliner, and he had an oxygenator, was trying to adjust or something, and he passed away later in his sleep. So, needless, it's been and is losing them both in a short period of time is a great loss. My son, my oldest, is very, very close to his grandfather. My mother in law and I spoke at least once a week. I've actually been divorced from their son since 1987. But I had and have remained very close to my sister-in-law. Her and I are best friends. We connected day one. We've been, you know, regardless, whatever comes up or goes up. I'm trying very hard not to say or be personal in that area too much because um, that's not what this is about. Where I'm at, I'm not to bring or pull or names or make it all about that. For me, it's about the experiences of family and life, and these things have been mind altering. They have been. You wake up, I wake up, and it's first thing. I go to sleep first thing. Um, it's because of things getting that are loose up in the air that you have to finish and complete, and it's also things like with my losing my uncle, helping my aunt out. It's all those very adult things that until you've ever been there, until you've ever had to, you know, itemize things, who gets this, da da da. Uh, I've been doing these things for so long that I don't like to get, I don't want to be morbid. I don't want to drag people along. If I, like I said, I was telling my sister-in-law about putting things together and when are we going to do it and how about this day, and she has this going, I have this going. You know, it's almost you're still in a surreal place. You're still not quite there. It's like um, I haven't even gotten any kind of acceptance, and that's part of the grief process. I know all this. You know, I know that it's very personal and it takes time. You know, I do not like the word closure. It became a catchword and it's used all the time. It seems like every time something becomes popular, everybody uses it. That word gets so uh, like narcissistic. It's all you ever hear. There's never nothing different. It's all in the same kind of. I don't know where I'm going with that, because I don't want to be negative. I really don't. I'm getting tired. Earlier I was just good to go, music going, and uh, I'm still there. I'm in the middle of doing something. I've got a book, and I've got a couple drawers I cleaned out and throw stuff away. I mean, I stay, and finally decided. I think I'd put it on Instagram. I don't know. I was going to color, not color, but I finally decided. It's called denim, and I like it because it still allows me to have those very earned silver gray hairs, what do you want to call it. So, it's just been very, waking up in the radio and you hear about shootings in schools and one prior in the grocery store and then another shooting in a hospital, and then you're hearing, uh, I don't know. I mean, nothing's ever changed. It's not the end of the world. I don't, I don't believe in that kind of predestination. I don't believe in, if you see these signs and you check, 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 oh my God. No, 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 no. I live for today. I live in the here and now, period. Um, I just, I've been liking doing these things because I feel like down the road, my grandchildren, I'm going to actually be a great grandmother. And there could be a day where they're like, I wonder what she was like. I wonder, because I have nothing. I had never had anything to fall back when I lost my mother. No one would ever talk about her. No one would, later I would even think, well, maybe by now I can, hey, what was her favorite color? Um, it's how others deal with their own. And I didn't cross those lines. I mean, occasionally I would get kind of pissy because, that was my mother. And I would have liked to have known more about her. And I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm too tired for all that stuff. So anyway, I wanted to make a commitment a little bit, best I could do, but is that show up and suit up and try to close my day out a little bit. I've got a few things I want to do, and then I won't be doing anything tomorrow, but more than likely on Monday. So I wanted to just say hello and wrap it up. And somebody want to readjust those gas prices, I'd sure appreciate it. They're bad. Okay? Well, you have a blessed day, evening, afternoon. Um, know that you're loved and you're always thought about. I will catch you later on. Okay? Peace.